What's going on, y'all? This is Dana Pope Jr., Master Executive 8. And, man, read a powerful book, or I listened to a powerful book lately. I've been, Audible is a great resource to listen to books. As many of you probably already know, it's not new. But for those of you who don't know, it's just it's an app where you can listen to books. You can listen to audiobooks. Makes it very easy to take in a book in a short amount of time. Although I would prefer getting a paperback book and sitting down and reading for sure. Um, this is another great way to take in a book. So like anyway, I listened to the Four Agreements yesterday, and man, I was like blown away. It was interesting because it confirmed some of the stuff that I already talked about, but then there was a lot of stuff that like I didn't know too, and it was a lot of stuff I didn't know, So I learned a lot from that book, and I think the one that stood out to me the most was not taking things personally, because man, like having that tendency to think it's more about thinking about everything is about you. You know what I mean? Like what other people think about you has nothing to do with you and has everything to do with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like even the things you say about yourself, like you can't even necessarily take personally because it may not be true. You know what I mean? Like a bunch of the agreements that it talked about that we made in there with ourselves. You know what I mean? Powerful book, man. If you get a chance, go to Audible and download it, or go to Amazon and buy it. I'll put some links in the description when I get a chance. But great book. I mean, the four agreements basically are the first one is I guess you could call this a unofficial review, and but it's first agreement is impeccable word, like keeping your word, and it like described like pretty much anything that was building you up as white magic and anything that was tearing you or something down as black magic. I mean, and it was a lot of stuff in this book as well too that I didn't agree with. Like for instance, well, you know what? I can't say I didn't agree with it, but I just felt like it could have been put into context maybe a little bit better. Like it was one part in the book where it talked about like not calling somebody fat or like not wanting to tell them that they need to lose weight or whatever. And of course, yeah, that may be coming from, but it may also be true too. So it may be helpful to somebody who is overweight. You know what I'm saying? But I get the context of what they're saying. What they weren't saying like it wasn't true. They was just saying that like that whether it was true or not, what that person thinks is what that person thinks, and it doesn't have nothing to do with anything that you did personally. You know what I mean? Um, and the second agreement was right, not to take nothing personally. The third one was not to assume, and the fourth one was to do your best. And then it gave you like different prayers and stuff in the end that you can do, and throughout the book, just like different things you can do to like keep these agreements. It's a fairly like if you listen to it, it's a fairly I ain't gonna say short book, but it's about 2 hours long, 2 hours, almost three I think, long. But powerful book, man, and like I'm gonna look forward to apply these principles like as much as I can in my life. You know what I'm saying? Being impeccable with my word. You know, saying yes when you want to say yes, saying no when you want to say no. I mean, like that's I'm just oversimplifying it. Uh, not taking anything personally, like not even my own words. You know what I mean? Not assuming or making assumptions. You know what I mean, especially if I don't know, and then even if I find out something, like still like don't assume that I know everything about it. You know what I mean? And the last one, do your best. Because, you might not always keep your word. You know what I mean? Like, let's keep it real. You might not always keep your word. You might not always, um, you might not always, here we go. You might not always not make us, you might make assumptions. You know what I'm saying? You might not always, gosh, what was the second one? Sorry, y'all. Uh, oh gosh, I just had a brain for it. Make assumptions, impeccable word, do your best, and take things personally. You might take some things personally. You know what I'm saying? So like, do your best. Like, is one of the it's one of the best ones too, because if you did your best, like, you won't beat yourself up about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll only beat yourself up about it if you know you didn't do your best. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, great book, The Four Agreements. Go check it out. Got a couple more books. I'll be listening to it in the future. They was referred to me by somebody. Um, so yeah, that's all, man. Just wanted to come give y'all my very short, unofficial, or not unofficial, but like not formal review of the Four Agreements. Great book. Should definitely go check it out. I mean, it even goes into like how agreements are formed and how we can, and they even have three ways that you can make new agreements. You know what I mean? Describing the bad agreements as almost like a parasite feeding on you. Interesting concepts in the book, yo. So anyway, that's it, man. Just wanted to drop that off to you, and I'll talk to you guys later.